Come in.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm looking for Miss Rivals.
Yes, I'm Rhonda.
I'm Shensen Gao with ADP.
So nice to meet you, Shenzi.
Nice to meet you. How are you doing this morning?
Good. Yourself? Have a seat.
Doing well. Thank you so much. I'd like to go ahead and first of all offer you my business card.
Okay,
Just want to
super.
maintain a clear line of communication.
That's
I have
awesome.
one for you as well.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Thank
you so much. Well, Miss Rebels, I'd like to first of all thank you for having me today. I've talked to your administrative assistant, Brett, and he's saying that you have 20 minutes still working out for you today.
That'll be fine.
Okay,
That'll be
that's
fine.
great. Well, I'd like to just formally introduce myself. I'm Shensen Gao with ADP, and for today's meeting, I'd like to be respectful of your time. So I'd like to go ahead and set the agenda,
Okay.
and I'd like to learn a bit more about your company and what you guys do in the past that set you guys up for success, and to see what are some of your goals for your company for the next few years. And in return, you can ask me some questions about ADP, and if that goes well, we can merge into a presentation about a product that I think will be very beneficial to you and your company.
Okay.
How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay, that's great. So for today's meeting, would there be anybody else besides yourself be making the decision?
Basically, I consult with my husband Steve on everything.
Mhm.
I'm hoping he's going to have a chance to drop in while we're talking.
Okay, that's great. Looking forward to it.
Good.
So, Miss Rivals, I mean, what do you know about ADP so far?
You're really, really a big company, and I can't believe you're interested in us. I mean,
Well,
we're a tiny company.
We actually specialize in small to medium-sized businesses,
Okay.
such as yourself.
We're only 8. We're
Mhm.
tiny.
We understand.
But, okay.
Okay, well, so for ADP, actually stands for Automated Data Processing, and we are actually, like you said, we're actually the largest payroll provider in the United States, and we provide services such as people management, cash management, and risk management, and we have been here for 60 years, and we serve about 400,000 clients just like yourself. Does that kind of give you a brief overview about what we do?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Well, I'd like to actually learn more about your company, so if you can just tell me what are some of the things that you have done so far, and some of the visions that you have for this company in the next few years.
Well, my husband and I started this in 2012, basically. And we're the sign shop, so it kind of tells you what we are. It's not too creative on the name, but we do signs, and,
Okay.
we do them well. And so far so good. We've got my husband is kind of the marketing sales guy.
Okay.
I kind of stay back here and try to take care of the people aspect and try to keep bills paid and all the things moving. We've got grand hopes that in the next year or two that we'll be able to double our size.
Okay.
And really in the next 4.5, 5 years, we would love to be able to be around 20 employees, 25, and see where we can go from there.
Okay, so if I'm getting this correctly, you would like to expanding your company size and also like in the next 5 years, also like hiring new people.
Absolutely.
In equivalent to the expansion.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Now, what are some of the ways that you have thought about to helping you achieve these objectives?
Well, I'll be honest with you. One of the things that we did was we hired Bessie, who you probably met through Brett out front. She is our brand new office manager. She was at the doctor's office for 10 years, basically ran their office for them. So we're really excited that we want her to come do her magic here. So we're hoping that that's going to help us considerably, because this whole hiring people HR thing, I'm clueless.
Okay.
And really worried I'm going to get it wrong.
Okay. Well, what we can do is we actually are very proud about our HR, human capital management. So we can definitely take that responsibility off your shoulder, so you can focus on whatever that's more important to you and your business.
I'd be interested to hear more about that.
Great. So why don't we just go and shift out some gears and tell me a little bit more about how you do payroll currently.
Really, I'll be honest with you, since it's only 8 employees, it's really easy. We use QuickBooks. We pay weekly. I've got it all set up now, and there's really not too many pain points there, and I'm excited that Bessie's here because she's going to inherit it.
Okay, that's great. And how many hours would you say you spend per pay cycle on a weekly basis?
Right now, with just the 8 of us, probably 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Okay, that's understandable.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
It's not too many people.
It's not too much.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I actually do a little bit calculation for you.
Okay.
So if you process payroll on a weekly basis, you spend about 2 hours per week. That's right about 100 hours on an annual basis that you spend on processing payroll, which is non-revenue generating activities.
Yeah, it's hard, you forget to think about it on a big basis like that, don't you?
Right.
Yeah.
Now, with this 100 hours, what would you rather do to, reallocate some of this time?
And not be dealing with HR stuff, that's for darn tootin' sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, would it be fair to say that with these hours that you can, possibly reallocate into the objectives you told me before? Maybe it's marketing or growing the business.
Absolutely.
Even hiring more people.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Well, we can definitely, like I said before, reallocate some of these hours, to something that's more productive, and once again, take the burden off your shoulders.
Okay.
Yep, that's great. And as far as the whole payroll process is, if you can kind of just walk me through how your employees clock in and out to the time they receive the paycheck.
Right now, to be honest with you, we're just using a good old time clock out there, and I basically just calculate the hours directly off of that. And QuickBooks makes it easy.
Okay.
On the line item next to the name, I put in the hours. We've already got the rate in there, and hit enter.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, there was setup involved, but
okay.
Right now there's nothing more than that.
Right. So everything is very streamlined, very, very simple for
It is.
you.
My biggest problem right now that's got me really worried when I was talking to you about the HR thing is I'm not sure that the documentation that some of my new employees gave me is real.
Okay.
I don't know if I've got some falsification of records going on.
Okay.
And I don't have a clue how to tackle that.
Okay.
At all. So, from a payroll side, for the 8 employees, it's not a big deal. But really, it's that hiring side that's got me worried.
Okay, I understand, and that's very important to your business, especially, you want to have the most accurate information from your employees and making sure everything is just streamlined. So how does having this possible falsification of the employee information have some sort of ramifications on your company?
Well, the worry is that they're not who they say they are. The worry is that I'm gonna, I could rack up some fines, or I don't know. It's one of those I don't know what I don't know things.
Right.
And again, Bessie, the new office manager, she's got a whole list of things I want her to research, and that's definitely on them. Is what kind of documentation do we need to make sure that we've got, and how do we know that the documentation is real?
Okay, I understand, and it could be really scary sometimes, especially like you say, you don't know who you don't know.
No.
Right, and we want to definitely making sure that you hire the right people.
Okay.
Especially with your expansion goal that's going on right now.
Absolutely.
That's great. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, and I'd like to go and jump into the presentation about today's product.
Okay.
But right before I do that, I'd like to just touch on one more thing.
Sure.
So how do you currently keep up to date with compliance?
Again, it's the internet.
Okay.
It's the whole HR thing is very fuzzy for us right now, and that's really where I'm hoping Bessie, the office manager, is going to be able to pick up a lot of that.
Okay. That's definitely understandable, and like I said, we can definitely do that for you. For the presentation I'm going to show you is actually our most innovative product. It's called ADP Run Mobile.
Okay.
So based on everything you told me so far, you mentioned that you do want to expand your business, doubling the size and hiring more people along the way. And HR has definitely been your main concern. Make sure that you hire the right people and there's no any sort of falsifications for employee informations. So with all this information that you told me so far, seems like our product is a perfect fit for you.
Okay.
So with your permission, I'd like to go ahead and show you what we got.
Yeah, please.
Okay, great. So this is our app. It's called ADP Run Mobile again. And for today's purpose, we're just going to a demonstration mode. And Ms. Ribos, you mentioned that you do your payroll on a weekly basis.
We do.
And do your employees do direct deposits or no?
Yes. I've got direct deposit set up.
Okay. Well, for that instance, we can just lift this one on.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. So why don't you just go ahead and hit resume for me, please?
Okay.
Awesome. And this gives you a list of employees, whether they are paid salary base or in hourly base.
Oh, okay.
And you can also sort them by different departments, such as the administrative, sales department, research development. So it just makes it a little bit easier for you.
So it'd be great when I grow, but for right now, all 8 will be on one screen. That's good.
Right. So why don't you just go ahead and click on one of these employees for me, please?
Okay.
All right. Sandra Key. And as you can see here, she's paid on an hourly basis. And of course, if she wants to change her salary amount, we can definitely customize for that. And in addition to that, there's also going to be vacations, overtime hours, sick hours, and also deductions. So we really try to put everything organized in a user-friendly manner.
Okay.
And you can also just click on these arrows to going back and forth to employees without having to go back to the previous screen. Just makes it a little bit easier for you.
Okay.
Great. Well, if you don't have any questions so far, please hit preview for me. Calculate. And that just kind of give you a general summary about how much money that you'll be paying out to your employees, in addition to the taxes, and you can also see the reportings to see how the liabilities, the payroll amounts, and anything like that.
Nice.
So, do you have any questions so far before we move on?
No, it seems real straightforward.
Okay, great. Well, let's hit approve.
Okay.
Approve payroll.
Okay.
And congratulations, you just processed your first payroll under 5 minutes.
Wow.
How's that feel?
That did great.
What do you like best about it?
It seems very simple. To be honest with you, I mean, it's just hitting buttons that make sense.
Okay.
So from that angle, that's great.
Okay. And so, like, I understand that you mentioned your main concern is the human resources department and also having accurate information. Can you see how this can really potentially help solve your issues?
I do. Does ADP have any kind of setup to be able to help me to know some of those? You were asking me about how do I keep up with the different federal type notifications or requirements. Is there anything there?
Yes, actually we do have one of the dictionary here, which is for the HR checkup and HR
nice.
dictionary,
Okay.
which shows you the right type of trainings that you guys are going to go through, and anything that regards anywhere from hiring, the background checks, HR compliance.
Yeah.
And we really try to provide you with an all-inclusive solution for you guys.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
It does. It does. That's probably really more of a benefit to us right now than even the payroll side.
Okay, understand. So, if we don't have any questions, why don't we just go ahead and jump into pricing then? Because I understand.
Okay. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Okay. So, Ms. Rivals, once again you mentioned that you do your payroll on a weekly basis.
Yes.
And you have how many employees? You have
8.
You say 8 employees, right? Okay. So you actually qualify for the 6 to 10 employees bracket, which is equivalent to $20.95 per pay cycle. So we're gonna multiply this $28.95 by 52, since it is 52 weeks in a year.
My annual.
So that's going to be right about $1,500 in addition to the one-time $150 implementation fee, which is going to include anything from training to educating your employees, know how to use this app. And we also provide a 24/7 hotline just in case you have any questions to reach out to them. And most importantly, I'm your dedicated business consultant.
Okay.
So if you have any questions, I give you my business card, has my contact information there. You can reach out to me anywhere, anytime.
Okay. All right.
Does that make sense so far?
It does. How long does implementation take? I mean, if we decide next week we want to do this, how long would it take to have it up and running?
I mean, we can get this started right away for you, and it shouldn't take more than 3 days.
Oh, okay.
We really try to do this very efficient for you guys.
Okay.
So with the total cost, you be looking at a $1,650 or $1,650.
Okay.
And this amount of money, in comparison to the 104 hours that you spend on processing payroll. And let me just ask you this: if you have to put a monetary value on your time and worth, how much would that be in an hour?
Goodness, I don't even know where to start.
Okay, we actually have done some research about small businesses, and for a business owner such as yourself, a conservative number would be $125 an hour.
Really?
Would that be fair to say?
Wow, sure. I'll take it.
Okay, so let's just use this number, and we multiply that by the 104 hours you spend on processing payroll. We are looking at about $13,000 on payroll services and administrative tasks, which is once again non-revenue generating activities.
Yeah.
So can you see how by choosing with our services, with paying only $1,650, would save you a lot of money and time, so you can focus on whatever that's more important to you and your business, and really help you solve your human resource concerns.
I do. I'll tell you what my biggest concern on that price is QuickBooks, I already own it. It's already done, so I'm not paying anything. That's an additional $1,600 that I need to outlay.
Okay.
So that's got me kind of sitting here wondering if I really need to talk to Steve and figure out if that makes sense.
Okay. Well, I completely understand. Definitely with the $1,650, I mean, we offer very competitive pricing here in ADP, and as I mentioned before, I mean, as you mentioned yourself that human resource issues and also the accuracy of the employee information is very important, which you also say that expanding your business in the long run and hiring more people is that's something that on your plate. So even though in the short term you might be spending a little bit more money with us with the $1,650, but in the long term we want to making sure we're going to get you taken care of right now, so you do not have to worry about any sort of potential issues down the way, down the road. So does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, would you like to go ahead and get started today?
It's a lot of change to throw, because I mean I just got this brand new office manager out there, and I was kind of hoping she would do some research on all of this. So I don't know.
Well, what kind of concern do you have about with us?
Just making sure that I'm getting the right deal.
Okay.
We're a small business, just making sure that this is the right move for us right now.
Okay. Well, so based on what we talked about so far, I spelled out to you that I mean, like, by choosing with us, like the $1,650 is a competitive pricing, which like I said before, we're going to take care of you every step of the way. And I understand that you have to do your research, because I remember back in the old times when I was shopping for my first mattress, I have to go shop around a couple other retailers and try to making sure I get the best options. And however, I feel that for us in ADP here, given that we have been around for 6 years, and once again we serve about 400,000 clients just like yourself, and I myself, even though I just graduated right out of college, but I have been through a very extensive training, and ADP wouldn't send someone out there who's not ready to take care of your account. So I mean, even though the price might be a little bit more expensive than what QuickBooks might already have covered for you, we want to making sure that we're taking care of your business in the long run, so you can really get the returns on your investment for your expansion goals and whatever that's coming along the way. So I mean, with that being said, can you really see by choosing with us, it will be great benefit to your business in the long term?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
okay.
I do. You have a convincing argument.
Okay, great. Well, is there any reason that we cannot do business today then?
Nope. Let's do it.
Great, awesome. Well, Ms. Rebels, all I need you to do is have you sign in this PO in here, and we can get started right away.
All right, will do. There you go.
Thank you so much.
I'm excited.
I'm excited for you too. Thank you so much for your time and your business today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.